This is Ben Shapiro and Gina Carano, Sunday Special, Daily Wire. Let's take a look at this.
Can you take us through sort of the controversy over the transgender pronouns? Because that was the first time you started really trending on Twitter for politics.
I ended up putting beep bop boop in my Twitter bio, and 100%. It was 100% to go to the Twitter mob that was telling you what to do, and it had zero to do with trying to go after the transgender community, because I would never do that. I'm just me personally. I'm not trying to target anybody or go out after anybody. And so as soon as I saw people started taking that wrong.
So real quick, I know automatically people are going to say, oh, she's just a Hollywood superstar. She's backtracking. She's full of crap. No, this is a woman that built a career off of beating people's faces in, okay? This isn't someone that has to back down or backtrack, okay? We're talking about Gina Carano. She could probably beat you up. She could probably beat your dad up. I don't know, okay? I wouldn't want to get into a fist fight with this woman. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, she's a coward. She's backtracking. No, I believe she's being completely honest here. So I just had to say that, okay?
You know, I put right after that, I was like, no, beep, bop, boop was like me just saying, I literally said to my friend, I was like, you know, let's put something in my bio just to show like I can put whatever I want in my bio. Just like they put like whatever they want in their bio, like Trash Panda and all this stuff. And like, you know, so I just put these noises in my bio, and then there was this crazy meltdown. It was just a big, massive meltdown, and you know, all the fear and all of the stuff goes straight through your skin, and you start like, whoa, what is happening? Like, I told you I didn't mean this towards this community, and like, you know, you're misunderstanding it. And it was just a shock wave went through my body. So I was like, oh, this is what this feels like. This is uncomfortable.
So Disney came to you and presumably Lucasfilm and asked you to put out some sort of apology, or how did they deal with that?
I had a publicist at the time, and they said, you have to put out an apology. This is messed up. This is awful. And I was like, okay. I did say right after that tweet, I clarified for everybody, this was not directed towards the transgender community in any way. And I've also been watching celebrities apologize left and right, and it's very ingenuine. And I said, can you just give me a moment, because I'm kind of feeling emotional right now, and can I just do my own research, and so, they were like, okay, yeah, do your research, but you need to get on the phone tomorrow with our LGBTQ transgender section. And I was like, I'm feeling very emotional. Can you give me a second? And they said, no, you need to do this now.
So there it is. Apparently Lucasfilms, Disney is this is how it works. You're not mentally sane. You're not thinking clearly. And we need to get you into a place where we can re-educate you about where you're wrong. This is what's happening in Hollywood. It's shocking in Disney. Let's continue.
And so I did. I was like, okay, we have to do it now. Then let's do it now. And so I watched their documentary, and I got on the phone with them. And they basically were, just two very gentle people. And they were like, we're sorry, like you stepped in what they call a landmine. And we can tell, you're not here against us. And they actually reported back to Disney and Lucasfilm, they thought it would be a bad idea if they canceled me, or if they let this affect anything, because I got on the phone with them and I said, hey, I got on Zoom with them and I explained, hey, I just, I don't have any hate in my heart for anyone. I stepped in the line, man.
And after that, you've said before that the Disney Lucasfilm folks said that you weren't basically to do any press after that for The Mandalorian.
Yeah, so we went through this really long thing where it was like back and forth. They wanted me to say this. I felt like it was ingenuine, and they just said it was not apologetic enough. And I was like, I mean, it was shocking. Like, I want to communicate. They wanted me to get, and all of these Lucasfilm employees are railing me on their websites. I mean, one of them, creative director, had a GoFundMe, and in the GoFundMe bio, it was like, this is because our ignorant actress, and, and like, it was like, so they wanted me to get on the phone with like 40 of their LGBTQ community, not on the phone, on Zoom. And I felt like you're all these people, all your employees are slandering the hell out of me right now. You think I want to get on a video where they can then film it, and I felt very kind of insecure about that. So what I offered them was, the restaurants at the time had, started opening back up. And I was like, let me take, 4 or 5 of them out to dinner, and it'd be a person to person. You can look me in my eyes, I can look you in your eyes, and let's have a genuine conversation. And I think it's also a bit abusive that you want me to talk to 40 people.
She's too kind. She's too kind. If you watch the full interview, she's saying she's kind of new to politics. She's kind of naive to certain things. So I understand why she's being so kind. She's so classy. She's so kind. But I got to say this, I've been listening, I'm a big fan of Doomcock. He's a big YouTuber that talks about pop culture, Star Wars, all this stuff. I'm a big fan of all these YouTubers that talk about these things, these dramas that are going on with Lucasfilms and Star Wars. And there's these big rumors, if you guys aren't following this stuff, that there's this massive civil war between the SJW camp in Lucasfilms and the original camp in Lucasfilms. And they're clashing. And it's nothing, a lot of rumors would come out leading up to what happened to Gina Carano, and we would hear it, and it's kind of like, okay, is this real? Is it true? Is this just someone trying to make a good YouTube video? And I can honestly sit here and say I 100% believe that Lucasfilms is having some type of internal civil war between SJWs and obviously conservatives and people that are just fed up with this crap. Now, let me give you my opinion on this. Number one, this is how dangerous cancel culture has become, and it's always tied to communism. It's always tied to this communist, woke mob mentality. What does the mob mentality always demand? That you think just like them. And if you don't think just like us, you're a terrorist, you're a danger to society, you're a danger to the utopia, and what do we end up having to do? Either we're going to kill you. This is what communists do and believe. Either we're going to take you out of society, or we're going to put you in some type of form of a re-education camp or center. This is what they're doing in China. This is literally what they're doing right now in China. People that disagree with the state, people that disagree with the agenda, they get put in a re-education camp to be deprogrammed. And you've been seeing this in politics. You're seeing politicians, left-leaning media heads calling for Trump supporters and conservatives to be put in re-education camps. How do we deprogram these people? We should take children away from Trump-supporting parents in order to reprogram them. Even kids that are growing up under Trump supporters need to be deprogrammed. They need to be re-educated. What am I saying? What I'm saying is now we have a Hollywood superstar. I don't even know if she's aware that this is what she was exposing, because when I saw this, that's the first thing my ears literally went up. I'm like, what? They sat Gina Carano down and told her, you need to meet with our LGBT section immediately. Oh, well, can I do my own research? Yeah, that's fine, but you have to do this immediately. And they sat her down and made her watch a documentary? I wish Ben would have asked her, what the hell did they make you watch? Why do you, as a superstar, as, in my opinion, one of the biggest successes, apart from freaking Grogu and Baby Yoda on The Mandalorian, nobody cares about Pedro Pascal. People love Cara Dune. They love her. She's a superstar. Why do you have to be sat down to watch a documentary and be lectured by members of the LGBTQ community? For what purpose does that serve? What purpose? Number one, I believe shame, condemnation, and re-education. Shame, condemnation, and re-education. Because these people are communists and they want you to think like the woke mob. And in order for them to do that, They're going to sit you down and tell you, you are wrong. You're thinking wrong. It's going to get to the point where they're going to say, they're going to declare you mentally insane because you don't subscribe to the radical mythological thinking of the left. And they got to sit you down, re-educate you, and reprogram you. They made Gina Carano sit down and watch a damn documentary about the LGBTQ community. Why would they do that? Because they want to reprogram her mind. Because she's a conservative and she does. Listen, how does the mob think? Everyone in Lucasfilms, everyone in Disney, and I'm speaking for all the radical SJWs that just cannot live without being offended, cannot live in a universe with someone else who has a differing opinion than they, right? They get to become the authoritarians. They're so afraid of conservatives. They're so afraid of Trump supporters. Everyone is Hitler. Everyone's going to throw us in a concentration camp. But you know what? We're going to take our most successful star, sit her down, and make her watch a documentary about LGBTQ, whatever, to reprogram her mind. Welcome to Hollywood. Welcome to America. And not only that, when you watch the video, they were trying to bully Gina Carano to get into a Zoom meeting with over 40 lesbians and homosexuals and trans members of the community for the purpose of what? To, what'd I say? Shame, re-educate, and condemnation. That's what they do. They want to shame her. They want her to feel filthy. They want her to feel like her thinking is disgusting. They want her to be shamed for being a conservative. They want her to be guilty for even thinking about anything that differs from the radical left. So they want to get her in a room full of 40 bisexuals, homosexuals, lesbians, trans, queers, everything. Get her on a Zoom call of 40 of these people to shame her, to condemn her. So she never thinks another way ever again. So she never, ever once will ever even think about putting beep, bop, boop in her bio ever again. It's all to shame, to condemn, and to reprogram. That's what they wanted to do to Gina Carano. They wanted to shame her, they wanted to condemn her, and they wanted to reprogram her. That's why they had more than 40 queers and homosexuals and bisexuals and lesbians. They wanted her to get into a Zoom call so they could all just come down on her and make her feel like a piece of garbage. Because that's how they function. They claim to be the side of love and tolerance. Oh, we love, we accept, we're diverse, diversity, inclusive. We just want everyone to be included in all of this. But if you disagree with us, we're going to sit you down and make you watch a documentary to re-educate you. We're going to get 40 of our people on a Zoom call and one of you so we can sit you down and condemn you and shame you and make you feel guilty for ever having your own opinion that differs from us ever again. Welcome to Hollywood. That's who these people are. That's exactly who these people are. And that's what they've done to Gina Carano. It gets even worse. It gets even worse. Here's another clip of Gina Carano exposing Disney and Lucasfilms that they sent a quote unquote media trainer to train her how to conduct herself in the media. And the media trainer sits her down and says, yeah, you know, you gave a logical response, but they wanted an emotional response. Reprogramming, re-education. Oh, we will send you a pre-approved person, Gina, to teach you how to think. Here we are. Take a look.
Yeah. So, I mean, they actually sent over a media trainer, which I felt like, okay, you know, I'm down, you know, like, come on over. And she came in and she crossed her arms. She had her glasses on and she sat in the corner and she's been very cold. And she's in my house. And I asked her, I'm like, do you think you can take off your glasses so I can look you in your eyes and so we can have a conversation? Because, you know, and she was like, ready to hate me, I think. And then, you know, we went and we then sat down on the couch and we had a lovely conversation. And she said, look, You offered a logical answer to an emotional response, and that's not what they respond to. They're only going to. It only helps if you offer an emotional response to emotional response, and that's what she told me. And I was like, well, I get that, but why can't you offer why can't you offer a logical answer? I mean, that should be your right to.
See, and that's the problem, Gina. The problem is you are thinking for yourself, and you're thinking logically. These SJWs and these radical snowflakes, they cannot stand somebody that thinks for themselves intellectually. Everything is about feeling with these people. Everything is an emotional argument. Everything is emotional. Everything. This is why they send someone in. This is what they do. Disney sent somebody, a quote unquote media trainer, and God bless Gina's heart, man. I think Gina is genuinely blinded by love for people. You know, I really do see that. I do see that. I think she's got a really good head on her shoulders. She's a blessed soul. She's a blessed human being, you know? And she even at this point, she's attempting to really honor people around her. But I think because, and Gina even admitted, she's like, I'm new to politics. She said she voted for the very first time in her life in 2020 in the presidential election. So I could see how she's kind of maybe naive to how things happen in politics. But when I heard that, I instantly identified Disney, because all these crazy radical BLM activists that are communists coming out of these universities, fully indoctrinated, ready to start the utopia. They hear someone like Gina Carano, and Disney sends a quote unquote media trainer to go teach her how to think and to teach her how to effectively communicate to who? To the mob. And this is what they do. We are going to teach you, Gina, you're wrong. You're not only thinking wrong, but you're speaking wrong as well. You're communicating wrong. You're communicating intellectually, but we want you to communicate emotionally, because that's our language. That's how we speak. We don't think with our minds, we think with our emotions. And that's why we're all over the place and we fluctuate every single day of our lives. And we have no idea what reality really is, Gina, but we want you to submit to our version of reality. So stop speaking facts and start speaking with your emotions. And if not, then you're gone. We're done. We're done, Gina. Because if you don't want to come to our version of reality, then you can't come and play with us. Why? Because you think with your mind. This is what's dangerous. It's so dangerous because these people want to live in freaking la la land. And if you don't, listen, it's like they're mentally insane. These people are mentally insane, right? Everything they say, everything they believe, it's just crazy. It's crazy. But the problem with the woke mob right now and cancel culture has gotten so bad that now we have Disney sending their pre-approved agents to actors in order to re-educate, deprogram, and reprogram them for being conservative. Everything that Gina Carano believes in, she's discovering, she's on this spiritual, intellectual journey where she's discovering that she has conservative values. Disney identifies that. They call her Hitler. They call her an anti-Semite. They call her a Yahtzee. I got to use that word, okay? You guys know what I'm talking about. They call her every name in the book. She's barely getting into politics. She's like, whoa. I just have my own opinion. Is that wrong? And the woke mob turns around and says, yes! 40 homosexuals and lesbians on a Zoom call. Yes, Gina. Do not think with your mind. We want you to be a robotic zombie in Hollywood that does what she's told, that does what she is, that speaks what she is told to speak. And you just let us think for you. And if you do respond to the public, make sure it's emotional. Because if you don't make it emotional, they're not going to listen to logic or facts. And this is where we are. These are the people that are creating content for the next generation of children. These are the people that are creating content for the next generation of children. These are the types of messages that are going to start coming through the airwaves. Do not think with reason. Do not think with facts. Do not think with logic. You think with emotion and colors and rainbows and sexuality. And it always just goes deeper and deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole. This is dangerous stuff, guys. This is the warning I want to issue to every single one of you. This is coming to your workplace. The day is here. The day has come where the woke culture and the cancel culture, these are communists that want to throw you into re-education, deprogram facilities in some way, shape, or form. It's in Hollywood now. It happened to Gina Carano. Proof.